Hello Year 7, this is Suman, your head of year, and we are trying out our first ever virtual assembly. There's been lots of talk over the last few months about heroes in a number of service areas that are keeping the country going. But I want you to remember this too, that for what you are sacrificing, that is your learning and time with your friends and family, you too are sacrificing a lot and contributing to putting this past us and hopefully being able to move forward. So well done. We don't underestimate what you're having to go through at all. It is tough and you are doing really, really well. So you don't really need me to tell you that we're living in unusual times, and none of us could have foreseen how long this was going to go on for. And, you know, at the start, when the news of school closures broke, I'm sure many of you were thinking, this is amazing and great. We're possibly going to have an extended Easter holiday, and in that time we'll be clear of all this virus scare and back in school in no time. And then, you know, with the glorious weather, that certainly made for a pleasant time, reading in the garden, catching up on things that we had perhaps been meaning to do but never quite got round to. Maybe some of us even tried new skills, tried a hand at baking, or maybe helping out in the community. There did seem to be a sense that we could do this. You know, we've got this. We can create a timetable and stick to a plan of doing a few hours of schoolwork in the morning, a few hours of schoolwork in the afternoon, catch up on a few chats with some friends and family online. You know, it seems that we've got this in the bag. We're doing a super job. We keep washing our hands, and soon we'd be back to our normal daily lives. The longing for normality, however, is most certainly kicking in as frustrations grow with the near constant pinging of notifications on our numerous Google Classrooms that we've joined, and that dreaded feeling of, oh no, just another task now, what's come through on my phone. Technology, the thing that we would now probably be completely lost without. I mean, imagine having to go through this with just a landline. That's when your phone's attached to the wall and you've probably only got one, maybe two at the most in your house. This technology that's wonderful that we have, that we can't live without, is now also becoming a source of frustration. And being in this situation makes you realise, really, truly realise that it's not the communication, the virtual communication that you need from people. It's the personal, one-to-one interaction or group interaction that we might be missing above everything else. And that need to be together again is real, and it's felt by every generation across the board. So the road to opening schools has been anything but straightforward. There have been deviations and even U-turns. On Tuesday, the night that I'm actually sitting here recording this for you, the government have gone from saying that all primary schools will go back before summer to now scrapping all plans for primary school pupils in England to go back. So this picture from the government is changing, and it's changing weekly, and we are tied as a school to following the direction that the government are setting out. The position that we're finding ourselves in at Belper School isn't a position that we have chosen. It now seems that schools might not even fully reopen in September, and the school that's open at the moment for Year 10 is only actually open for a quarter of the whole of Year 10. So not even that year group is all coming in one go. We need to be really clear on one thing, and that is that your tutors and I always have your interest and your well-being at heart. As a school, we cannot speed this process up. What we can do is keep trying new ways to get in touch with you and keep in touch with you. I know your tutors have been emailing the whole tutor group. They've created a Google Classroom to be sending messages to you on. I put messages up on Google Classroom too. We can now officially start video calling a whole tutor group too. So that's really something that we can be doing to make sure that we keep in touch. So that's something to be looking out for, an invitation from your tutor to take part in a tutor group Google Meet where I will gate crash and join in with a conversation that's light-hearted. It's not going to be about work or about what work you have or haven't done, just to say hi to people and to check in with each other. I'm sure that many of you have been doing that anyway, but others that might be new to the tutor group or people that you might not have had contact with for a while, it would be so nice to see you there. It's not compulsory. You can choose to take part. You can choose to have your camera on or your camera off. We'll write a list of little guidelines and things that you might want to think about before you log on. But we really do look forward to actually seeing your faces. And one last thought to leave you with. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So on this last slide, you can see a number of things that you can absolutely control, and I would focus on those few things anytime you feel that you need it. Okay, take care and see you on Google Meet. Bye.